Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. The SEC has made a big mistake that will come back to haunt them in the XRP lawsuit, says legal expert Jeremy Hogan. Look, there is no surprise around this, right? I mean, we know that the case has been weak. It's been... Yeah, look, I mean, you know where I stand with this. If you've followed the channel long enough, you know that for me, it's a settlement or a win. There are many things that the SEC has done wrong throughout this particular case, but it's becoming crunch time now for them. And the more we're going further and further and further into this, the more it's becoming obvious just how bad this mistake is going to come down to haunt them again. And it's awesome. It's awesome for us XRP holders. Now, one of the big mistakes, which is being put under the spotlight, is that he believes that the SEC changing their tune around what the Hinman's speech was is going to come back to haunt them. And that's the thing, right? I mean, we often hear these sayings, right? I mean, the truth doesn't have to be altered, right? If you're telling the truth, you just stick to your story, right? When you're telling the truth. If you believe to be true, then you don't have to change your tune, change your story. And this will come back to haunt them. There is no doubt that Judge Netburn is not going to let that slide. And I, like I said, I'm very, very, very happy about it all. Now, IMF suggests CBDCs to include compliance and user-friendly payment features. We're going to keep a close eye on how the governments are looking at setting up their CBDCs, and it'll be very, very interesting to do. But the International Monetary Fund, IMF, took a broad step in recommending creating a payment system and eco-friendly practices. It undertook a study on energy consumption based on consensus mechanisms of different cryptocurrencies in the ecosystem. The high energy consumption from cryptocurrencies using proof of work consensus mechanism is no longer a hidden fact. So really interesting to see how this all unfolds. Now, the big news to come out today is that Ripple and Stellar to help launch AUDC stablecoins for Novity Group. This is big. This is really big. Check out what he had to say here.
Novity has recently announced 2 deals around his stablecoin services. Talk us through it.
We've been able to announce partnerships with both Stellar and Ripple, 2 of the major cross-border blockchain networks, both based out of Silicon Valley and both with very high market capitalizations relatively. Ripple we've done a lot of work with in the past for cross-border payments, and Stellar we had started on a blockchain program with them a number of years ago, but now we're really bringing it to life. So we're building a multi-chain stablecoin service, initially on both the Ripple and Stellar chains. And in fact, what's a great thing is both Ripple and Stellar are largely funding the development work and even some of the marketing work that we do to get our stablecoin service out. So the stablecoin will be a dollar for dollar backed Australian dollar stablecoin. So we are a licensed company. We'll be running our funds in trust accounts, and then we've got an Australian dollar stablecoin named AUDC, somewhat in line with the nomenclature of the US stablecoin USDC.
Boom!
Has recently
How cool is that? So that is awesome. So very, very cool for this to occur. And exciting times, exciting times. The stablecoin deal with Stellar and Ripple both combining efforts together, and he actually went into quite a bit of detail as well around the whole thing. So really cool to see. And once again, it just goes to show the progress that is happening behind the scenes. And I always talk about look what's going on underneath the surface, not what's right in front of you. Right in front of you, there are prices, right? There are costs, there are all these things that are going on. And if you just look at something from like I said, from just one metric, and that one metric is price, then you will look at XRP and be like, why the hell would I ever get that? But look what's going on behind the scenes, right? And all these little seeds are going to come to fruition, and that's when we will make our returns. Now, Ripple watches as Judge crushes SEC at the XRP lawsuit hearing. Judge Sarah Netberg confronted the SEC for its inconsistent positions in regard to infamous Hinman 20th in speech and questioned the plaintiff's motives. The highly awaited hearing ordered by Judge Sarah Netburn mainly to force the SEC to clarify its position on the infamous Hinman notes and emails took place yesterday. And as expected, Judge Netburn exposed the several and contradictory takes by the SEC in regard to the speech, as the plaintiff now argues that the notes and emails are protected by attorney-client privilege after being denied the deliberative process privilege argument. She's frustrated with the SEC's inconsistency, and it's all coming to fruition. So, once again, I'm excited, Serpents. I can't wait for this all to be over and to be in the rearview mirror. But of course, the Novity Group news is the biggest news for today. Massive in terms of where both Stellar and XRP are heading, and maybe in the future I will be making a video on Stellar and what are the key main differences between the two. And if you guys would like something like that, just drop it in the comments saying yep, that could be helpful, useful. I have mentioned to you guys that I've been starting the process of upgrading the room where all of this takes place. So I will be very, very excited in the not too distant future. I'm not going to put an exact date on it yet because I'm waiting on quite a fair bit of equipment. But let's just say that the channel is getting an upgrade, and I'm really, really excited to be bringing it to you guys very, very shortly. Now, Ripple co-founder Jed McCaleb brings a total XRP sales to over 500 million year to date. We are edging ever closer to him finishing up, and I can't wait, to be honest. It's just been way too long. Now, there's been a lot of talk about BNB potentially being a security. There's been a lot of talk about Ethereum potentially being a security. There some articles out there that say 3 reasons to believe Ethereum is not deemed a security by the SEC. Let's see how it all unfolds. I believe that the SEC will go after Ethereum 2.0 after it's finished with Ripple. And when I say after it's finished with Ripple, after it's finished losing to Ripple, because I don't see a win. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'll just tell you guys how I feel. Now, the US SEC made a big mistake in an XRP lawsuit against Ripple. Again, that was also some of the big talking points that have occurred over the last 24 hours, which have sparked some interesting debates, some interesting, discussions around where this is all heading. The sentiment out there is that XRP Ripple will win. That is the sentiment out there, right? I mean, there are more people that believe that they'll win than there are people that think that it will lose. And by the way, XRP losing is a bad thing for the entire industry. So careful what you wish for out there, because it's not a good idea. But the judge does not like the SEC. Does not like how it's going and how it's going about things. It's inconsistent. Just straight out wrong. So let's check it out. Let's see how it all unfolds. Of course, I'm going to be right here with you every single step of the way. Now, when we look at the price action, at the moment we're sitting at 40 cents, 46.9, 1.1% up for the day. Not much has occurred, like in the last 24 hours. I mean, we have seen a V-chain Chainlink spike come up over the last 24 hours. But we're talking about 6-7%, not too much. But everything else has been completely flat over the last 24 hours, so since we were last here on the channel. Now, when I say that we could potentially be going towards a 30 cents flat, maybe even touch 29, 28 for a little bit and then go up, it's because of this. Now, eventually we will break out of this, right? This particular pattern here is a bullish pattern, and it's only a matter of time until we spike out of it, and then we start to move. We will. Probably that's one of the key questions that you guys have. Will we see prices go up again? We will. And I know why, because of utility. Now, in terms of once we do start to go up, of course, we'll probably head first into the 51 cents range, then go back to 65 cents range, and then see how we handle, going towards 80. 80 will be quite a big resistance, and then we'll, see how we continue to move along from there. But it's been flat for a while now. And so we are in this particular pattern. Let's see what occurs from here. But I do believe that we are not too far away. I mean, like I did mention that June was going to be bad, but I believe, as we start to step away out of June, then we'll really start to push forward. We will. But as always, I'm super excited to be here with you. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.